Hi everybody, it's Tandy the Canadian Stamper. We're live, 3 o'clock Saturday, postponed for a second weekend in a row. I promise next weekend will be 9 a.m. for sure. So today I'm using the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set from the new Holiday Mini Catalog by Stampin' Up. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you, fall is my absolute favorite time of year. And I love the deep colors, the rich palette, I like getting all bundled up, and I like my cozy stuff and soup and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit chilly today, so it's good to have that in mind. So I'm gonna flip the camera around to the workspace and we'll get this card put together and see what you think. Okay, let me get you in the cradle here. And I'll bring up your comments. So this is, I can't open the catalog for you, but here's the stamp set that we're gonna use. So Gorgeous Leaves. It has no sentiments to it. And they are rubber stamps, or like, oh, I guess they're not red rubber. Look at that. I just realized they're not red rubber. They are just rubbery. Oh, it is there a bit. Sorry, I lied to you. I was thinking that this white part was supposed to be red rubber, but it's just really thin. Anyways, so there's the stamp set. There's matching dies to go with. So if I was able to open the catalog for you, I could show you. Actually, I'll show you on the annual catalog just to give you a sense of what the difference is. When you are buying a stamp set and dies, let's say, so in the catalog, this is the annual catalog, when you're looking at a stamp set, if it has a bit of a halo around it, like see how these ones do not and these ones do, the halo means that there's a die that cuts that out. So this one, the bow, the stockings, etc. And then it looks like there's some extra dies in here, but that's a little cheat sheet there for you looking at the calendar. So this Tidings of Christmas is what the Silver Sisters, what we've decided to do for the next stamp camp, which is on September 12th. So that's exciting. Share that with you for sure. And so these dies, they got a serious workout for sure, because I'm putting together cards to go with the catalogs that are going out. And so I'll just let you see. So some of the dies have like an impression and then it cuts. And then this one would be, you would stamp the image and then cut it out. So same thing for here. This does not cut this out. These are two separate. So this is gonna cut this out. And then there's a separate die here for the leaf, like that. And then here's the other one where I've stamped and cut it out. So you can kind of see the difference. Options. So the only die that I'm not using on this card actually is this branch right here. So let's get started. I'll put this in here. So I've got a couple of my stamps already mounted. And what we're gonna do, don't forget to say hello if you're watching live or in the replay. So I know you're there. And so I'm gonna get out Sahara Sand and I'm gonna stamp the background. So the size of card that we're gonna do is a note size card. And what I'd like to do is use some of the stamps, like their background stamps. So this one, and this one. And I want to make a bit of a subtle background. So that's what I was doing here, is adding some texture in behind. And I'll go over the colors that I'm using. So this is Crushed Curry, this one here. And then, hello Erica, welcome. And then I've got Mossy Meadow, And then pumpkin pie is the orange, followed by, what do you think this is? Pretty sure it's cherry cobbler. And then this one's Sahara sand as well. So this is the rich palette that I'm talking about. It's totally my jam. I love it. Okay, so this is what this background's gonna look like here, but I wanna try this it's like paint. I'm actually just gonna bring you down a bit. It's kind of like paint splatter. And what I wanna do is put some of this pumpkin pie. I wanna try it before I commit to it being on my card to see what it kind of looks like. So I'm doing first generation stamping, and then we could try second generation and even third. So that might add a nice texture. And then this piece is gonna go, this is a piece from In Good Taste, I think, designer series paper. So there's a bunch of different wood themes, and then we're gonna build the card. So I do like the orange back there, so I'm gonna go with that. So let's commit and get our card rolling. So I'm gonna do second generation stamping to get this wood texture. So Sahara sand. Just gonna see if I can get this a little more flat. So I'm doing Sahara sand and then second generation. So that's first. See how dark that is? And then I want the second on here. Perfect. So I'm stamping off, and I'm just gonna go off to the side a bit. And then one more kind of offset a little bit there. I might actually do one more down here. Yeah, good. So let's put this away. So I had the darndest time with this ink pad. Look it's a hot mess is what it is. I just want to show you. I want to show you my wet wipes that I was using when I was making this card, but I think it's time for a new ink pad. This one I've had for over 5 years, but I don't know, it wasn't absorbing the ink when I was putting more ink into it. So I think I'm gonna get a new one. I don't know, Erica, if you've ever had that to where, like, how do you know when it's time to get a new stamp pad? Like, they should last 5 years, which this one has, but should they be lasting longer than that? I guess is the question. So I'm actually gonna use this crushed curry too. I'm gonna add just a bit of paint to the back, just because I'm not doing anything else to the background for the card. So I want to create a bit of interest. I just want to see what it looks like in the back. I mean, we're going to cover this up mostly with the leaves, but yeah, I'm happy with that. All right. So now to put these pieces on, the leaves and things, what I like to do is line them up dry. So this one's gonna go here. Now I would like to add some ribbon to it. So I kind of pulled these out, I'll show you. So these are, I think, leftover from Paper Pumpkins maybe, but they actually match my color palette. So the option was to add a strip of this perhaps. So let's keep that in mind. And then I'm just gonna layer my leaves, really. And then we'll get into gluing them down. So let's just see how this all comes together. I don't know if anybody else likes fall. Erica, you've had some that lasted 8 years. That's great. Yes, it does depend on how often you use it for sure. So I'm gonna add a few little ones. What do we think? Might be a bit busy. So I'm gonna add, nope. One more brown, or one more of Mossy Meadow. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I like it. I like it. So I'm just gonna slide those off. So just gonna, I want this to lay flat. There we go. All right, so let's get out some glue. I'm just gonna glue, do I wanna glue this down? Maybe I should put it on dimensionals. We're gonna pop it up. We'll see what it looks like. So what is everybody doing today? I had an appointment this morning, which took forever, like 5 hours of concentrating. So I'm thankful to now have some crafting time with all of you, because it's my fave. But what has everybody been up to? Zach is out with my mom, and they're doing, I think they're doing some blackberry picking. So that's fun. So there's a couple ways that you can get glue on these delicate pieces where there's a lot of holes in there. So sometimes you can leave some of the pieces inside the leaf. I think it's personal preference. These ones sitting here don't bother me, but I don't necessarily want them all in there. And some people really like to have them all empty. So each to their own. And so you could do this in a couple of ways. I'm not gonna make it overly complicated today. I'm just gonna add some to this, and I'm really just grazing the paper with the end of my glue because I don't want it to ooze. Like, I think we're gonna ooze a little bit. I'm making cards for a swap. That sounds good, Erica. See, now I might regret having this up on dimensionals, but I'm committed now, so we're rolling with it. I think I might head out for a walk after this. And then I have about 30 of these to make. Where do I want this? Is this how you guys do it too? You sort of build, do you build it dry and then carry on? Like adding texture and whatnot? Tell me how you do it. I'm gonna add a dimensional here and a bit of glue just to account for the height. So for this one, there's no sentiment, but I am gonna use a strip here and go across the front. Oh, I forgot my ribbon. And the sentiment I'm going to use is thank you from the Beauty of Friendship stamp set, which I'm yet to use this one. I've used the designer series paper on a card swap, but that's it so far. So I'm going to cut this in half because I'm going to see what it looks like to tuck it under the sentiment. Yeah. Okay, let me grab my glue dots. Let's see. I was eating some blackberries actually I walked to my mom's the other day for dinner, and there was a good selection of blackberries along the way. So I think they decided it was time to go pick some. I don't know if anybody else is picking blackberries, but they're delish. So I'm gonna tuck this like so. Put my glue dots down. And then, I don't know, we might make room for that. All right, so let's get some other pieces on here. Good. And so I just finished having a 31 gifts party as well. And that was so fun. I love their products. I love their stuff. And I've got some organization coming for my craft room, which I'm excited about. So let me know if you're into 31 gifts, if you need a consultant or you want to check out some storage solutions. I can certainly help with that as well. Now, these ones, I think I'm going to add just a couple more down here and then maybe one red one. Yeah. And then the leaves will be complete. That one might stay on there. Just, you can probably see some of the oozing we're talking about. But that's going to be covered up. And one more. Perfect. So, maybe I lied to you. I lied. I'm going to put one more. It's like people with like bejeweling things. You can't stop. You just keep adding more and more bejeweling. What do you think? Does that look all right? I'm happy with it. I might just add this piece. Sure, let's see what that looks like. Then we'll put our sentiment on and then we're done already. I've done a lot of the prep, obviously, with all the cutting and everything to make this go a bit faster. I use the mini cut and emboss machine quite a bit for these. And there's multiples of the leaves in the dies. So that certainly sped things up as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna add our sentiment. And actually I'm gonna grab the Mossy Meadow because the sentiment, this color is Old Olive. So I'm just gonna grab a scrap. Oh, this one might be perfect right here. Let's see if it fits. Nailed it. It was meant to be. Thank you, Erica. I also like the colors. So I used my color coach to bring some colors together. So that's a free download when you sign up for my newsletter. And a useful tool for sure. Okay, so this might be a little, it might be a little, can you see that? I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna do black. Just to see if I can get the color to pop out a little bit more.
Finished your interview?
I'm just doing a Facebook Live. My mom and Zachary are here.
You just never stop.
No, it never stopped. It's a good time. So we're making a fall card. Okay, so we're gonna do thank you here. Yeah, that's way better. That pops out more. So we're gonna put this on with dimensionals and then our card is done. And now I have people in my house watching and I have people on Facebook watching.
Well, I won't be here very long.
And so like I said, I've got about, oh yes, thank you, Erica. It is my anniversary today. Today is my 4-year anniversary as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Yeah, I'm just gonna flag this. Thank you for that reminder, Erica. I love it. It's so much fun. The friends, the activities, all of it. It's amazing. Okay. There. There's our card. What do you think? Hold it up. I might actually, do I have any stamps open? Let's stamp on the inside. I do have those cut pieces, but let's see. We can add some paint to the back, and then where's my stamps? Let's do like maybe this guy, this little one. And I'm gonna do it in the Mossy Meadow. And I'm gonna do it right over top of that. Thank you. I do like it as well. Okay. And then of course, don't forget about your envelope. Love it. Nailed it. That's good. Thanks for joining me this afternoon, you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you're looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, I'm available. I'm happy to help. We've got tutorials and classes and newsletters and all kinds of stuff for you to enjoy. The CanadianStamper.ca is the website. And we've got, whatchamacallit, let me just bring you back up to my face. So I've got the Silver Sisters Stamp Camp, which is going to be holiday themed, that Tidings of Christmas. And it's going to be on Sunday, September 12th. So if you can't make it, don't worry. We've got videos and things so you can do it on your own time in the comfort of your own home, or you can join us for the live session. And then in September, I'm hoping to bring back my monthly card buffet. So that's when you can come in person and you can make as many cards as you want, all pre-designed, cut, ready to rock and roll. Just got to glue stuff together and do some stamping. And I'm here to show you how to do that. And then I've also got some other online classes coming up for those of us that are preparing for Christmas. So have a great long weekend, everybody. Thanks again. Bye for now.